Hello students. Today we are going to talk about a very important poem called I Too Sing America. It was written by Langston Hughes, a famous African-American poet. This poem talks about equality, freedom, and the strength of hope. Langston Hughes wrote this poem in 1926 during a time when there was a lot of racism in the United States. Racism means treating people unfairly just because of their skin color. Explanation of the poem. The poem, I Too Sing America, by Langston Hughes is very short, but it says a lot. Let us go through it line by line. I too sing America. This is the first line of the poem. He is saying that he is also a part of America. He wants everyone to know that he belongs to this country just like anyone else. The word singing here is very important. It does not mean just singing a song. It means celebrating something. When you sing, you are happy, and you are showing your love for something. So, Langston Hughes is saying that he celebrates America and that he is proud to be an American. However, during the time this poem was written, many African Americans were not treated as equals. They were not given the same rights as white people. By saying I, too, Langston Hughes shows that he is demanding his rightful place in America. He wants to be seen as equal. I am the darker brother. In this line, the poet calls himself the darker brother. He is saying that he is part of the American family, but he is different because of his skin color. The word brother is very important. It shows that he sees all Americans as one family, even if they do not see him the same way. By saying darker brother, he is pointing out that his skin color has made people treat him unfairly. At that time, African Americans were often excluded from many things. They could not go to the same schools, eat at the same restaurants, or even live in the same neighborhoods as white people. Langston Hughes uses this line to show that this unfair treatment is wrong. They send me to eat in the kitchen. When company comes. In these lines, the poet talks about how he is treated. He says that when guests come to visit, he is sent to eat in the kitchen. This means that he is not allowed to sit with everyone else. The kitchen here represents a place of shame and separation. It shows how African Americans were often pushed aside and treated as less important. But notice that the poet does not sound angry. Instead, he is calm. He does not shout or complain. He is just explaining the situation. This makes his words even more powerful because he is speaking the truth in a simple way. But I laugh. And eat well. And grow strong. The poet shows his strength. Even though he is treated unfairly, he does not let it break him. He says, but I laugh. This means that he does not let racism make him sad. He stays strong and confident. He eats well, which shows that he takes care of himself. He grows strong, both physically and emotionally. These lines are very important because they show hope. The poet is saying that even if life is unfair, you should never give up. Instead, you should keep growing and becoming stronger. Tomorrow, I'll be at the table. When company comes. Now, the poet talks about the future. He says, tomorrow, which does not mean the literal next day. It means the future. He believes that in the future, he will no longer be sent to the kitchen. Instead, he will sit at the table with everyone else. The table here is a symbol of equality and respect. It means that one day, he will be treated as an equal. These lines show the poet's hope and determination. He believes that things will change. He knows that one day, African Americans will have the same rights and opportunities as everyone else. Nobody'll dare say to me, eat in the kitchen, then. In this part, the poet is very confident. He says that in the future, no one will have the courage to treat him unfairly. The word dare means to have the courage to do something. He believes that the day will come when racism will end, and people will respect him. Besides, they'll see how beautiful I am. And be ashamed. Here, the poet talks about beauty, but he is not talking about physical beauty. He is talking about the beauty of his character, his strength, and his culture. He believes that one day, people will realize how valuable African Americans are to America. When they see this, they will feel ashamed of how they treated him in the past. I, too, am America. The poem ends with this powerful line. The poet repeats the idea that he is also a part of America. By saying I, too, am America, he is claiming his identity and his place in the country. He is saying that America belongs to everyone, no matter their skin color. Analysis of the poem. Now that we have explained the poem, let us analyze it. Analysis means looking deeper into the meaning of the poem and understanding why the poet wrote it the way he did. Let us first talk about the themes of I Too Sing America by Langston Hughes. The main theme of the poem is equality. Langston Hughes wants to show that all people are equal, no matter their skin color. He believes that African Americans are just as American as white people. Through this poem, he demands equal rights and respect. Another important theme is hope. Even though the poet talks about unfair treatment, he does not lose hope. He believes that the future will be better. He is confident that one day, everyone will be treated equally. This theme of hope is very inspiring because it teaches us to stay positive even in difficult times. Langston Hughes uses many symbols in the poem, I Too Sing America. A symbol is something that represents a bigger idea. For example, the kitchen symbolizes unfair treatment and separation. The table symbolizes equality and respect. By using these symbols, the poet makes the poem more powerful. The tone of the poem is calm but determined. Tone means the feeling or attitude in the poem. Even though the poet talks about a serious issue, he does not sound angry. Instead, he sounds confident and hopeful. This tone makes the poem more effective because it shows that the poet believes in his message. The poem is written in free verse, which means it does not have a specific rhyme or rhythm. This makes the poem feel more natural, like a conversation. The short lines and simple language make it easy to understand, even for readers who are not familiar with poetry. The historical context. To understand this poem fully, we need to know about the time when it was written. In 1926, racism was very common in the United States. African Americans faced many challenges, such as segregation and discrimination. Segregation means keeping people of different races separate, and discrimination means treating people unfairly because of their race. Langston Hughes wrote this poem to speak out against these injustices. He wanted to show that African Americans are an important part of America and that they deserve the same rights as everyone else. Conclusion. I Too Sing America is a powerful poem that teaches us about equality, hope, and strength. Langston Hughes uses simple but strong words to show that everyone is an important part of their country. He believes in a future where there is no racism and everyone is treated equally. As you prepare for your exams, remember these key ideas from the poem. The poet demands equality and respect for African Americans. He uses symbols like the kitchen and the table to show unfair treatment and hope for change. The poem is full of hope and confidence in a better future. The poet's calm and determined tone makes the message even more powerful. Thank you for watching and good luck with your studies.